Alethea Felton, and welcome to the Power Transformation Podcast. If you're struggling in your life with self-sabotaging and negative thoughts that leave you feeling stuck and limit you from moving forward, I can help you. As a holistic health and empowerment coach, I help people identify, challenge, and conquer those thoughts in order to make simple and practical changes to improve overall wellness. Let's remove those limitations, for the time is now to create your power transformation. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Power Transformation Podcast. I am extremely happy that you are here today, and what an episode I have for you today. Look here, y'all, before we go any further, what I'd like you to do is this. Take a moment to text the link to this episode to 2 people that you know. Specifically, text it to 2 men that you know. Text this episode to at least 2 men that you know, because this topic today is focused around our men, and I have a dynamic guest who can speak to this. But before we get started and jump into this interview, let's go ahead and start with our affirmation. I'll say it once and then you repeat it. I get help when I need it, and I let go of shame because I am worth it. Okay, y'all, I am so excited to have a dear person who I have become friends with over the last few years, because he actually had me on his show way before I even thought about having my own podcast. But he is good people. I met him through a friend of mine. As a matter of fact, the friend I met him through was Nicole Santiago, who actually was a prior guest on the Power Transformation Podcast. Nicole's episode was episode 20, which was ADHD advocacy and natural remedies. So be sure to check out hers. But this is Sam Weber. I have gotten to have the honor and privilege of knowing him. And Sam, thank you for being a guest on the Power Transformation Podcast.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you extending the offer to be on the show. We have been connected through Nicole, who is super dope people. She's always elevating. And me and you have, talked, dibble and dab before. Like you said, I'm just excited that you're actually having a podcast right now.
Yes, thank you.
Because you're a jack of all trades as well in everything that you do. So life coaching, herbal, all of that stuff. You do a little bit of everything. So I'm excited to be on the show.
Thank you so much. Yes, y'all, because as I said, when Sam hit me up a couple of years ago and was like, Alethea, I would love for you to be on my show, I was honored. And it was a general interview where we just got to know each other more, and we are connected through our platforms, specifically focus so much on the whole person, holistic health, specifically mind, body, soul. We are more, y'all, than just people walking around in everyday life. If we could all get to a point of just elevating our mindset, expanding our life, walking into the potential of who we are created to be, then the world would be such a better place. But Sam, I want to start this off right quick with a random question, okay, just to kind of get us into this interview. But Sam, this is my question for you, right? If you could go to anybody's concert, anybody's show,
right?
Who would you want to see? Random question. If you could go to anybody's concert or show, who would you see next and why?
Sheesh, you would put the pressure on me like that. I would say off the top of the dome, J. Cole.
Ooh, interesting choice. Why is that?
Uh, he really has some music that resonate with me. He likes to touch on mental health,
Mm-hmm.
as in some of his music. So for another grown man to talk about his mental health, I was like, hey, that's pretty dope. Or at least use
Mm-hmm.
his platform to talk about it or bring awareness to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty stand upish, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say J. Cole. So I would love to see him live.
Got you. So thank you for that. That's just kind of to break the ice, but also just to kind of switch it up some. But now let's shift. So you are based in Oklahoma City. Okay. So tell us about yourself. Just tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? How would you describe yourself?
Sheesh. Okay. Me, I am the son of Lanier and Sam Weber. I'm the oldest of sheesh. I don't even want to start talking about it. We got a lot of us. So I'm the big brother. I'm an uncle. I'm just me. But outside that, some titles and stuff and accolades that I've accomplished over these years are, as of yesterday, I'm a certified professional life coach. Uh,
Yes.
you know,
Congratulations.
which
Yes. That's great
uh,
news.
yeah, so thank you for that.
Mhm.
I've been, growing and grinding through some stuff. But when you're going through the certification, you gotta, you know,
Mhm.
grow through it so you could be able to, really practice what you preaching whenever you're talking about whatever you're doing. So, been growing through a lot, but I'm a love sports, loved them so much. I turned it into my job,
Yep.
and I don't know. I'm just me.
And kind of shifting into that, you do so much work with youth. You do a lot with youth. Tell us a little bit about that specifically.
Well, I am a basketball coach for starters. On top of me being a dad,
Mm-hmm.
dad duties is real with me. But I use my basketball team to help elevate the youth because youth love sports. So, what better way to teach the game? You know what I'm saying? Teach them some
Yeah.
basic life skills because basketball really did uh, help me get grow in life. I just put it
Mhm.
like that. You had to have good grades to be on the team. So
Mhm.
my grades was up, work on my craft. So just being able to give that same kind of energy back to the youth, it's pretty much what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Y-
So
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that because although you said you were a son, a brother, uncle, I'm like, Sam is a father. I mean, you are a dad, a father, you are a family man. And that is commendable and honorable. Sam puts his family first. He is devoted to taking care of home, taking care of obligations inside of his home, outside of the home by pouring into others. And he mentioned earlier about J. Cole, how he speaks about mental health. And that is the focus that I want us to talk about. Sam and I have been chatting it up offline about this particular topic, dealing with men and their mental health. And, yes, men is a broad topic, but specifically Black men and mental health and how important it is for men in general and Black men to really take care of their mental health. So, Sam, if you could just kind of take us, what sparked your interest or even your passion for being intentional about even starting with yourself, taking care of your own mental health?
well, for starters, you have to start with yourself. Because if you're not good, you're not gonna be good to nobody else.
Mm.
So in life, I've had to grow through some things. Like we all growing through something, but I had to grow through a lot of stuff myself. Uh, and being and growing through those processes, I was able to help other people in the process. It's kind of crazy because, like,
Mhm.
once I fix myself, and it just the universe just has a crazy way of working things out. So
Mhm.
I found myself doing the stuff already, as in like life coaching and mentoring. Like I used to do that kind of stuff already, but then I'm just like, why not go ahead and get certified to do it myself? So I had to go through, like I was telling you earlier, go through a whole lot of self checking and unlearning a lot of things that, we thought were right, that's not right. So having to
Mhm.
grow through a lot of things, I just that's pretty much it. I started with myself, and then once I found myself and found out what my purpose was, it made sense. So I was just all money in with mental health, so much as I want me, with the podcast. I had to put a lot on hold because, like you said, shoot, I forgot what we talked about a long time
Mhm.
ago because we've been growing and grinding through so much stuff
Mhm.
that, you know, my show is Sam and Matt Talks, and the number one thing we talk about is mental health.
Yeah.
People know me for sports, but I really want to be known for this mental health awareness because everybody in life growing through something. I just have, I know I have a platform, and I know what I'm gonna use it for.
Mhm.
So we talk about that. We ask each other every show on a scale of 1 to 10, where you at mentally. And I tell them every episode I'm an 8.7. And I was
Mm.
like, the 8.7 is because if my dollar signs was a little bit better, I'll say 10. But until my dollar signs is up, I'm gonna say
Uh-huh.
8.7 every week. That's just how I am, and that's how
Mhm.
where my energy is, and that's where I am today. So it's pretty cool, man. Because I'm not faking the funk. I'm just
Yeah.
doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's
So
not even like work.
so let me ask you this. And of course, you share at your comfort level, but is there something that you can share with us where it got you to the point, something specifically that happened along your journey? It could be far past, it could be more recent, about what was a catalyst or a straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, where you knew, like, yo, I'm going through this and I know that I got to take care of myself. Because a lot of people out here go through things and don't share with somebody what they may have experienced. But part of this podcast, as you know, with it being the Power Transformation podcast, is explaining how something you experienced in your life shifted and led you to this area of growth. So, based on your own comfort, Sam, what is something that sparked you to say, I got to take care of me?
When I keep saying grow through it. So some of the things that I was growing through was I lost my job, lost my
Mm,
career, I lost my relationship. So I was going through a divorce. I was homeless. So
wow.
all that stuff kind of happened at one time. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I was the one who was running. I was dun 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 Archer Almighty. That's when that superhero where I
Yup.
gotta turn to this other form of myself to help
Yeah.
elevate somebody. I really had to become that person myself. So I was got evicted, lost all my stuff. Cause everybody be like, "Hey, Coach Sam, where are all your rings at?" Like, all that stuff
Mhm.
got left at the house because it got locked up. Whenever I got evicted, all accolades, all that. So I was really on some bounce back type stuff.
Mhm.
So whenever you met me, I was growing, growing through a whole little process of that. But,
Mm.
like you say, who check on the men? Where the men go?
Yup.
So that's pretty much whenever I figured that out, when I didn't really have nobody to go to, it'll be super dope to create a platform where now people ain't don't ever have to feel the way that I had to feel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. I had to grow through a whole lot real quick, and didn't nobody have me like that. And I ended up thinking that I was down at my bottom, and some dude, I met somebody. Huge shout out to Dan Hurd. I had him on my show years ago. He rode a bicycle from Boston. I stay in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
I was staying in Norman at that time. And his whole point of riding that bike was for mental health awareness. You could go check into his journey. He may be a guest for you future, but
Okay. Thank
he
you.
attempted suicide twice.
Mm-hmm.
On third time, one of his friends was like, "Hey man, you need to pick up a hobby, bro. It's a purpose for you being here." So he picked up a bike. You know what I'm saying? And then he started riding around. We watch Forrest Gump and Forrest started running.
Yeah,
He a, he a
exactly.
he a bicycle version of it. So he connected with me, ended up riding his bike, get through all 48 connecting states or something like that with his mental
Wow.
health awareness purpose. So he put me on a Living Works. I think that is the suicide awareness information that he gave me. So I had to go take some training so I
Mm-hmm.
could be certified to be able to tell by somebody's phone. I can read off in the text, kind of read between the lines on some stuff, as in to, if think if I'm texting you all the time and you like, hey Sam, hey, I'm going through a whole bunch. All right, I missed your
Yeah.
call or something. Like, and all of a sudden it's short, sweet, some kind of might be going on or something like that. It's kind of check back. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
go through a whole lot of process with him, which was cool for me right when I was going through what I was going through at that time. So yeah, I had to go through a whole lot of shit, excuse my French. And I
That's
had
fine.
I had a
That's
dope
fine.
tribe of
Mm-hmm.
people around me to help elevate me when I needed. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I really started seeking to, if I want
Mm-hmm.
to start this platform and elevate it, I need to go elevate my awareness of it first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
which made me go get certified and actually take the classes to actually heal. Because
So this is so wild. Oh my gosh. So he he literally passed through Oklahoma City and y'all just randomly crossed paths?
it was no, someone was like, I know somebody do a podcast.
Oh, yes, that's
And
wild. That's right.
while he
Okay.
was in town, because he was just riding in town, and he was only in town for however long he was in town for. So,
Mm-hmm.
bam,
Dang, that's
getting him on
perfect
my show.
timing.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then from there, I've used my, check back in with him throughout the years and his journey through
Mm-hmm.
the bike. He created a podcast. He's a part of my network. So it's
Uh-huh.
like, I, you know, yeah. Earlier when I said I
That's
wasn't no offense, but it's like when it comes to podcasts, it's a lot of people doing it now.
it sure
Uh,
is. Yeah.
it's just crazy. So, but yeah, he created a podcast talking about mental health awareness and stuff like that about his journey. So, just growing through what
Mm-hmm.
I was going through, his journey helped me because I'm like, sheesh, I thought I had it bad,
Mm-hmm.
and I never thought about taking my life or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of, I thought about uh, everybody be depending on me all the time. What if I took a job and I was gone somewhere else and I was no longer to be
Mm-hmm.
available for everybody? That kind of stuff, but nothing like that part where literally attempted it twice. And third time somebody told me to pick up a hobby. So yeah, just it was crazy.
Mhm. And
So
and when you mentioned earlier, like who checks on the men to say, hey, what's happening? Y'all, Sam is absolutely right because even at the time I met him. So, y'all, anybody who's heard my podcast, and if you're new, the way I operate is even with people I know, I like authentic conversations and I find out something new that I didn't know before. So So I don't care how much you might think you know something about somebody. I don't care how close you are, how distant you are. You can always find out something new, because to hear that Sam was experiencing so many challenges during even the time when I came into his life and we became friends, I had no clue he was experiencing that. Because Sam, you have the type of personality where you're going to try to make everybody feel welcome. You are going to still give of yourself. You are still going to try to help uplift others. And that causes me to ask my next question. In your opinion, and just based off of what you speak on your platform with mental health, what are some of the reasons why men do not openly talk about it or share it, or just flat out say at times, I'm going through stuff and I need help?
Because we don't want to show a sign, we don't want to show a kink in the armor. You know what I
Mm,
mean? We got to be Superman. We got to be strong for so many people. I said, I got 4 kids. You know what I mean? Like my
mhm,
son, 20 years old. So they look up to Pops. So it's like Pops, and y'all whoever seen Lion King, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Mufasa was just doing whatever he had to do to make sure his kingdom was good. So, you already get the feminine energy from your mama. So Pops is out here really standing on some stuff. And more importantly, we taught to not talk about that. You know what I mean? Like as much as
mhm,
everybody be growing through stuff, like it's taught. So that's where I was like, I had to unlearn a lot of stuff that I was taught. And no disrespect to my parents or nothing like that. They didn't know. You get what I'm saying? So once you
mhm,
know better, you do better. So it was just one of them things with me, man. And ego, pride, it's a whole lot of little words that you could put on it.
mhm,
But most importantly, I was told to stand on my two and keep it pushing. So that's what I've been doing. So that's
mhm.
why whenever you see me, I was on some what you got from me. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? I ain't finna be crying over spoiled milk. I know my voice and energy changed now because not until this moment, it's like, damn, boy, you was going through a lot.
mm.
So yeah, I was going through a whole lot. People don't really they check on the women. I got all kind of platforms and people that look out for y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know about the brothers on the other hand. So like I said, I created a whole new like my podcast and stuff since last time. It ain't even the same since last time I talked to you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like my actual podcast is Daddy Duties. You feel me? So I talk
Yeah.
to other dads who grow through stuff. Like yeah, divorce sound cool. Then yeah, you get the government in your business, and now you got child support. So now you got to work another job to make sure you could even have food to eat and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. Mom's straight though. You feel me? She got a bunch of resources. Us, on the other hand, we ain't got none. So since I've been doing this talking a whole lot, why not talk about what we really need to talk about? You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people there's a way for them to make money for stuff. They print it off literally. We giving it to other
Mhm.
countries. We don't even check on our own people. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to be the change that I want to see. So instead of just complaining about it, I actually had to walk in my purpose
Mhm.
and educate people whenever somebody needs it. I used to just go live all the time and waste a lot of energy.
Mhm.
I won't say it's wasted because, like I say, some of them
Does it
videos
help somebody?
it
Yeah.
did.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like I don't want to get all on your platform and just get all churchy and stuff. But I know God is
You
real.
are
Like
Sam,
I was
be
just being
yourself.
I was just being me, the dude that you see, the unapologetically me, like
Yup.
you see in my videos. But I just so happen to be a good friend. There's a lot of people, I can't say that for everybody. So
Mhm.
I just so happened to call somebody that I look up to was like a big brother to me, just to tell him happy birthday. And long story short, uh, brother told he was like, "Hey man," I was like, "What's good? It's your fucking birthday, a fucking
Mhm.
celebration." Did my little Drake impersonation to kind of elevate him, like I do all
Yeah.
the people. heard about. You know what I mean? The people that rock with me know. If you don't rock with me, you ain't never heard me sing for to you on your birthday.
Uh-huh.
But and then in the process, he was like, "Bro, you the first person to answer the phone for." And I was like, "For real?" And he was like, "What's been good with you?" And just let me vent, go on a whole little rant about all the things is up and up for me. And then,
Mhm.
bro, just cracked on some. I was like, "What's good with you? How everything going? It's your birthday, bro. You blah blah blah." How old he was turning, and in the process, he was like, "Man, uh." Because I told him I was certified life coach and everything that
Mhm.
I say it be between us and I ain't gonna tell your name ever. I
Yeah.
just, if I'm using it as a testimony to save somebody's life, I just, like I just did.
Mhm.
So he was like, man, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. He was like, bro, uh, he was like, I'm sitting here with a bathtub with a handful of pills.
Wow.
He was like, ain't nobody called and checked on me. Ain't nobody did this. Just start getting hella depressed. We both start crying. And I'm sitting there, and this dude is in a totally different state. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he was like, I knew when I seen your name in the phone, whenever it said Sam, he was like, I know it's gonna be good vibes. I'm sorry for getting emotional, but
That's fine,
ooh,
Sam. That's fine.
oh
Because this is real. This is real. And this is what people need to talk about. We don't
so in the
talk about
process,
this stuff, even
ooh,
in our community. Like real talk, Sam. This is why the transformation you're making is so empowering. Be
yeah.
yourself.
So
And that's why I asked you up here. I want guests who are going to be authentic. People see and hear all of the fluffy stuff. This is real, this is life. And the fact you were able to be there for him.
man, so
It,
he was like, man, I just knew your energy was gonna be good. So he was
mm,
like, so I just talked to him about I didn't know what to say. So I'm just telling him about me. I was like, bro, I'm sitting here, I got two baby mamas. I'm like, I do a lot. I just was ranting and venting about the bad shit that I was going through in my life that I was
mhm,
complaining about. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm up here doing everything, child support, all this extra shit that I'm tripping about. So he
mhm,
just to keep him off the edge because the motherfucker was really right there in the tub water. Like I heard the water in the background. I heard the water back. So
mm,
I heard it in the background. So I'm sitting there like, tell him about dude Dan Heard ride the bike. So I'm using them skills and shit that I took in the training classes. And I'm
mhm,
talking dude down. And I'm just like, bro, like, you know, Dr. Two Pins, shout out to Drew Brown. He got some mental health books, 72 Days to Get Back to Self. You got like some coloring guys, all kind of little positive mantras. Me, Mr.
yeah.
Elevated Thoughts. I was doing my thing. That's why I was like, I got a book on the way, all kind of shit. I ain't trying to plug, but it's just like
It's fine, Sam.
that
It's totally
dude.
okay.
He like I talked to him, man. Like, dude sent me the watch. That's why I got this watch. Like, I got $1,000 watches, but this watch, this is all the watch that only matter because I'm like, he said that, bro. Because like I told him I was going on a show, I need a watch. And he just sent me a watch on some shit just because he was like,
Mhm,
bro, you really saved my life that day because he was really finna be out of there and wasn't nobody gonna even know why or nothing. So he had, relocated to a whole new area. You know what
wow.
I mean? Like moved to another state, trusted God to everything was gonna be all right. And then once he got there, there wasn't nobody there. You know what I mean? He was so used to the just life got caught up with him. So he thought it was super duper bad. But me
Mhm,
just telling him some of my stuff, I was like, bro, I was a college coach, bro. I had it all. And I asked
mhm.
him, everybody was like, Sam, you got all these rings, man. What can you be sad about? And I'm just like, bro, I was a grad assistant. So that mean that shit was free.
Yeah,
But I mean, so I was out here
yeah.
recruiting, doing everything I could to make sure this university's working, and that shit was for free. I still had to go work overnight at Amazon, still got 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of shit. So uh, I was like, I don't know. It was just me and him opened up that day and got hella
Wow.
vulnerable. Like I said, I didn't mean to start all that, but it just really showed me I was in my purpose and what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. So not until you had me on this show have I ever got to say all this stuff like that.
Mm.
So whenever people do hear it, that know me, they don't even know it. Because like I say, we supposed to, be Mufasa, man. I got these little ones out here, man. Mama already crying on some stuff. Daddy didn't want to be out here
Mhm.
all in it too, even though, sheesh.
So,
I know
so,
better. I know better now. So
so question, Sam. As of this day, is that person still okay? Is he still doing
yes,
better?
yes. Just talked to
Because
the
he got the help that he
person
needed.
just talked to that person 2 days ago. Killed up.
Wow. And he
So
got the help that he
yeah,
needed to
definitely
get.
got help. And
Yeah.
you want me to tell you another thing? And he
Mhm.
definitely about to start a podcast. Ain't that something? So I
Wow.
was out there actually giving him some stuff on how to get back going. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's like everything
powerful.
full circle. Because I kind of put my podcast to the side because I've been doing life coach and
Mhm.
everything else. And it's just, yeah, crazy. So I'm glad that, like I said, I appreciate you allowing me on the show because,
Of course, no doubt
yeah,
about it. You were so prior to me starting or launching the actual podcast, my business coach had me and still has me to constantly write a running list of guests I want on the show, including people that I may not even know or people who might be far fetched. We're big on vision casting. And Sam, you have my word, and I wish I could find that piece of paper now, but your name was in the top 10 of people that I definitely wanted on my podcast. And that was even before I knew any of what you just shared with me today. And it's because there has always just been a light in you. There has always been you always have something empowering to share. And the journey that you have been on and that you are currently on, and how your podcast platforms and social media platforms have just evolved over time, oh gosh, it's quite astonishing. And so, this whole premise of men and mental health, and I want to put this out there too, because I have such a diverse listening audience. In the Black community, specifically, mental health is still stigmatized, it's taboo, it's something that sometimes people don't openly talk about. It is confusing, and historically it's been something, well, culturally it's been something where if a person's going through mental health problems, it's been trained within us to pray stuff away, to bind, rebuke, cast out, pray it away, go to church, sing it out, shout it out. And while prayer and worship and praise has its place, and I'm not saying that cannot assist, we also have to take practical measures to taking care of us. Laying of hands, binding, and praying by itself is not going to cut it. There are going to be times when you need to talk to a counselor, to a doctor, when you might need a pill to help you self regulate, when you might need to take a walk, when you need to talk to people in your family, when you need to take blood work to see, is there something in my blood where there is a chemical imbalance? And so this is why, it's so important to really talk about it. And so, Sam, for you to have taken that steps to know, like, yo, not only do I need to get help for me, but that I need to pay it forward and to show other men specifically how to get the help that they need. So this is my question, Sam. Say that there's a man listening right now who's like, I know that I need the help. I know I need to take care of me, but yo, I don't think I can do it, or I don't have the time, or what are people going to think? What would you say to that man?
bro, there is help, bro. Even if it's just me, I got you. But you're not alone out there, bro. You're not. Like, it may seem like it. Uh, Heavy as the head, the words the crown. You feel me? So That's a real statement. So we really do take on a lot. You don't gotta do it by yourself though. Some of the resources, bro, it's a lot of them. I think it's 988. That's a mental health awareness number.
Mm-hmm.
You can text that number, or call it, man, and
Yeah.
you somebody on the other line that may be got more certification than me. So for starters, you can just text or call that number 988. That's a mental health line like that. But I'm working on getting something, bro, where we'll be all right. You can go to my Elevated Thoughts 2018 Instagram page, bro. I watch all the DMs in case somebody hit me up that want to talk or vent on some stuff.
Mm.
So me personally, I know what I'm standing on. So you do got somebody else out there, bro, that's growing through some stuff. And it's gonna be all right, for real. Cause I know me personally with my network that I built, I built it on the Noah's Ark kind of vibe. Like I wanted
Mm.
somebody that's super dope in every different platform. So I got an evangelist that I go to. You know, if I need the spiritual warriors behind me, Miss T Brown.
Mm.
Got holistic coaches. I
Mm.
got I got
That's
certified. I got a tribe now. You feel me? Me personally.
yeah.
So whenever people see that slaying chill, like we really do talk sports like art and we chill. Cause I went out and I made sure that we got people that's really standing on that. Because I know uh I was gonna need more than just me to help elevate this. You feel me? And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want it to be on, especially like it's a lot to. We got a lot of work to do, man. Because you know what I'm saying. Like people don't know that you gonna be all right. You don't got to carry that load. That's why I'm always journaling, doodling. It's a whole lot of different uh skills that you can use. Now that I learned better, like I said, excuse me on
Mm-hmm.
my allergies flaring up, but you'll be all right.
How are you changing the trajectory and the path for your own children and their children and their children based on the fact that you got the help for yourself?
I mean, everybody talk about changing generational wealth, bro. You know, some people think that's money. You know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
Mm,
if we ain't good, what's the point of being a billionaire, bro? And you only got a couple of days to live with it. You feel me? Because you up
mm,
here holding on to some old stuff, you know, that you was growing through that you didn't know that you was supposed to let go of. You feel me? You got to take them extra thorns up out your eye so you can be able to see clear, and I had to go through a whole lot of stuff like that. So, most importantly, we sit back and we wait on somebody to ask. Honestly,
mhm.
not until you ask me did I allowed the opportunity to be vulnerable like that was today.
Wow. Whoa. Gosh. Wow. Wow, Sam. Wow. And I thank you for that vulnerability and for trusting me with that, because even with me as a woman, I've had my own mental health journey, and I still have a therapist I see. I don't see her as often, but there was a time when I was seeing her once a week. And many,
That
many
part.
years ago, I've shared about this. I had a failed suicide attempt many years ago in my early 20s. And I personally understand how a person can hit that rock bottom to get to that state of despair. This was when I was I was like 21 then, maybe
Mm.
22ish. Yeah, so this was like 20 years ago now. But I never got back to that low again, never. But I understand how a person can. And you can have people around you. It can seem like everything is going great, and something in life will happen where it's like you don't see the forest from the trees and you just think this is it. But I thank God, that I am still here, and I never thought that where I am now would shift into who I am now. And I love where I am. And it's people like you, Sam, and I mean this with everything, is people like you. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that everything is divinely orchestrated in the way it's supposed to. But it's people like you that help make my life better just from your authenticity, from you being real, from you not trying to act like anybody else except yourself, but also you sharing your light with someone else in order to help them. And with that, I think this is a good segue where I want to let you have some closing thoughts, anything else that you want to share about mental health and the importance of men taking care of themselves. Then after that, I want to shift so that I can get specific details on your platforms so that people can start following you. So any closing thoughts?
Sheesh, I said a whole lot in this episode, but I would just like to say, man, that it is okay to not be okay. You
Mm,
know, like I don't know what other dads may be out there, but I know you got little princesses and little princes that look up to you on a daily that you got to be strong for. Uh, but we all got 24 hours in a day, so make sure within that 24 hours, you make sure to take some time for you that day. I don't care if you're waking up 30 minutes earlier or whatever you got to do, but make sure you wake up a little bit earlier so you could, if it got to be a little quick at home workout, time for you to jot some stuff down, you know what I'm saying? Write your notes down, whatever you're going to manifest, or ways that you can help figure out how you're going to get your money up to pay for something because,
mhm,
we ain't got child support.
mhm,
We ain't got nothing, but that's a tangent. Just know that, just make sure you take a little time for yourself so you can make sure you're good for your babies. You feel me? And
mhm.
that's pretty much what I'll say on that part. Just make sure you take a little bit of time for you to make sure you're better for them.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. And this part here, I'm going to put in the show notes, but I want you to be intentional about sharing your platforms as well as spelling them out only because sometimes people don't read show notes. So if you could just go ahead, first of all, how can people connect with you on social media? Which platforms are you on?
Sheesh. Well, all of them. Uh, really,
So, yeah.
uh, right now, importantly, if you want to go to Elevated Thoughts on Instagram, it's Elevated Thoughts 2018 on Instagram. If you want to go to freaking Archer Almighty on Twitter, ARCHER Almighty. Uh, man, I'm everywhere. Honestly, I'm on Archer
Okay.
Almighty on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm dropping these elevated thoughts everywhere. So just look
Okay.
up Archer Almighty on all platforms.
Okay.
Podcast Sam and Matt Talks, Instagram. You can go there. I'm actually I have, like you said, Nicole on there talking. I have some resources on my show. If you just go check out some of our prior episodes. But
So,
yeah,
question, if they go to the elevated, are you on Facebook?
every platform, Elevated Thoughts. If you want to go to the podcast, it's Elevated Thoughts with a $ instead of the S.
Okay, because what I'll probably do is so pretty much if they go to Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, you also have links where that they can go to your podcast, correct?
I was about to say that if they click that
Okay.
link on the bio, it's all right in there.
I
So
sure. Okay, bet. Okay, so I'll actually do that instead of posting all of them. I'll just put your link in the show
yeah,
notes.
I got my link. Sorry about that. I was about to say, hey, if you're gonna have me talking for a long time, I'm like, I'm on Google, Apple, Spotify,
Everywhere, Sam is
iHeartRadio.
everywhere, y'all.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. So yeah.
I got you because I had to end up getting a link tree link where
Mhm.
people could just click that and boom, everything pops up. So I'll just end up doing that. Okay. Sam, truly, as I said, it has been an honor having you on my show today. This definitely is not going to end our time of networking and just building community. I'm very grateful for you. You have, as I said, enhanced my life, and I truly appreciate you and thank you for taking care of yourself and your mental health, but more importantly, encouraging others. And I just hope and pray the very best for you. This is only the beginning of where you are going to go and head. And I want you to just keep on persevering no matter what. Just keep on going, putting yourself first, but also just letting God guide you every step of the way. But it is truly an honor to have you on my show. And thank you for being a part of the Power Transformation Podcast community.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all, I am so thankful for Sam and what he came to share with us today. Wow, definitely transformative. And he is walking fully in his power transformation. And I encourage you to do the same. And for my men listening, I honor you. I thank you. I respect you. I love you. Please take care of yourselves. And a special message, to my Black men out there. You are worthy. You are worth it. You are valued. You are loved. You are appreciated. So please, take care of your mind, take care of your mental health, and get the help that you need and pass it along to somebody else you know so that you all don't feel as if you have to go through anything alone. Let's go ahead, Let's go ahead and close out with our affirmation. I'll say it once and then you repeat it. I get help when I need it, and I let go of shame because I am worth it. If you enjoyed today's show, then you don't want to miss an episode. So follow the Power Transformation Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you usually listen, and remember to rate and review. I also invite you to connect with me on social media at Alethea Felton. That's at ALETHEAFELTON. Until next time, remember to be good to yourself and to others.